What's going on, everybody? We're back for another film review here, except it's not really a film review. We're still talking about Sundance right now, and weirdly enough, one of the best things I saw at this year's Sundance Film Festival was a TV show. Now, normally I wouldn't be talking about too many TV shows on this channel, but this one is really unique, and I think it's very much worth talking about. This is the new project from Cooper Raiff, the 27-year-old filmmaker from Texas who does have a birthday next week, so if you're seeing this, happy birthday, Cooper. But he made his name for his lovable, goofy, and also insightful sort of personality that he imbues into all of his films. He usually writes, directs, and stars these movies. He's made 2 movies so far. One is Shithouse from 2020, which, despite the title, is incredible, and Cha Cha Real Smooth from 2022. Now, Raiff is back with his latest project. Like I said, it is called Hal Harper. It is an 8-episode TV show. This is season 1 of that show. About 2 early 20s kids, played by Cooper, of course, and Lily Reinhart, you guys might know from Riverdale, amongst other things. And their single father, played by Mark Ruffalo, who I'm confident has never been better. The show covers a few different time periods, so we get to see this family at different ages and different stages in their life. It's, of course, the best way to take a deep dive. We get to see their memories, their traumas, their inside jokes, and of course, their history. It's a really rich look at their dynamic, and few shows are really able to tap into that sort of familial bond in the way that this one does. There are so many things made about families. There are a lot of pieces of art that compare youth to, how we see the characters end up. It's been done before in shows like Pen 15, but what Raiff decides to do here is have him and Lily Reinhart as adults playing their kids' selves. It allows them to explore the true meaning of childhood and allows them to build this heartbreaking, albeit deeply entertaining look at Arrested Development. This is a show about growing up, or the lack thereof, and the way these 2 kids were forced to grow up much faster than a normal kid might have to, but also some of the ways that they're just completely stuck and unable to move past this certain point in their development. Raiff is known for having a childlike nature and a healthy dose of whimsy, and they're both on full display here. It works wonders in comparison to Lily Reinhart, who is able to bring the pain of isolation and just, the challenges that can feel like when a kid has to feel like they're a parent. It's a constantly oscillating tone that's balanced so well throughout. The editing of the show plays a really big piece in this, of course. As we cut back from different time frames, you really get these opportunities to hammer home these emotional moments and, of course, take us out of some of the heavier ones when we need to get a little bit of an escape from that. It's all, like I said, it's balanced really well. I found the show to be extremely charming, but of course also so challenging, and I think that to date, that has been Raiff's biggest strength as a filmmaker. Balancing tone in a way that brings a youthful sort of levity to life's darkest moments, but also reckoning with adulthood and taking life seriously. Raiff has always been a really strong filmmaker thematically, but his technical skills have grown so much since his debut feature 5 years ago. Half a decade later, and this project is bigger and sharper than any of his previous work. Usually when I laud the direction of a project, I'm talking about setup and visual style, and of course the technical craft is as good as it has ever been from Raiff, but what really impressed me here is what Raiff is able to bring out of his players with his script and vision. I mentioned how incredible this performance is from Mark Ruffalo, but the work from all 3 of the leads is simply remarkable. I must also shout out Betty Gilpin. I've been a fan since Glow, and she's giving some really great support here. When I think of Cooper and his work, it's always been so relatable. It's always felt so contemporary to me. Of course, seeing someone literally my age living out his childhood memories on film struck an emotional chord with me. But beyond that, it really feels like Raiff is able to communicate something that's so relatable for me and I think a lot of people of my age. Similar touchstones and references right down to the playlist that feels like it was stolen right from my Spotify account. It just feels like Raiff is a rare artist who has a direct link to this generation. Of course, no experience is universal, but to me, it really hit close to home, just like his other 2 movies have. And I'll say that as I continue to navigate post-grad life, my career, my family, it's an absolute joy to have Raiff's work to fall back on. Just help us make sense of it all. It can be really challenging in today's world. I was lucky enough to speak with Cooper back when I had a podcast while he was doing press for Shithouse, and it felt like the guy we see on screen in so many ways is just like him. He's clearly a very thoughtful guy, and it's so rare to see someone who can formulate their thoughts with such emotional resonance. Of course, everyone on my end, we're all rooting for Cooper and for his success. I hope desperately that this is going to be picked up. I expect that it will. It has not been announced yet. I'm sure they're in some discussion, so this will be coming likely to a streamer soon. So we'll go ahead and keep you posted on that one. For now, if you haven't seen Rafe's previous work, it's a great chance to catch up on it. Shithouse is available to rent digitally. You can also buy it on Blu-ray. Shout out Physical Media. You can also stream it, I believe, on Mubi as well as AMC Plus. Cha Cha Real Smooth is streaming on Apple TV Plus right now. So like I said, if you're looking to get more of his work in the mix, if you're not familiar or you're just looking for something really great to put on, I highly recommend checking out those 2 movies that he's made so far. This is TV, so it's a bit different. I'm not going to put a star rating on this show. I think that there's a lot of factors that could have influenced what I would maybe rate it, but I will definitely stamp it. It is certainly worth your time. I highly, highly recommend you put this one on your radar. If you want more reviews and film discussions, be sure to hit that follow button down there. A like goes a really long way. A comment goes even further. Would love for any suggestions, thoughts, ideas, feedback, all that good stuff. Send it my way. And again, if you've been watching this whole video, thank you so much for watching. You can connect with me all sorts of other places like TikTok, Instagram, Letterboxd, Twitter, or I guess X or whatever we're calling it now. It's all in my bio, and it's also all in the description of the video down below. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the page. As always, keep watching great movies. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.